What's cracking? It's Cusk here with my partner. Say hi. Yeah, it's my little helper. I just wanted to go over a few things. One thing I did miss, I did install these titanium header studs nuts on there from JD Customs USA. Right there's the website, jdcustomsusa.com. Really cool. You can pick from a bunch of different colors and styles that you want. You can get 6-point, you can get 12-point. They do like blues and iridescent, rainbow, all of these different ones. I think you can even do a custom one to where you send them whatever color you want and they can try to customize it as that. But it's a better look in here versus the stock ones that it comes with. Also, they're titanium, so it's gonna last forever. You never gotta worry about breaking these or anything. I did want to go over a few of these things. I made a couple lists here of my wants and my needs because we all have wants and needs when it comes to these types of vehicles. The shifter rubber, there was this rubber that's under the shifter. Not the one that goes into the transmission, not that cover, but right under this boot, there's this rubber under there. So mine was open before, so I was getting all the hot air and exhaust fumes and everything coming up. So what I did was I took the rubber from a 4-wheel drive one, that broken one that I get over there, and I put it in there, I fit it up, and I just took a razor and I just cut it right around there, put another bolt. I gotta sand this down, make it look nice and everything, but I wanted to get that to kind of keep all that exhaust and hot air out from coming up underneath. Let's see, my clutch fan shroud, I ended up getting this shroud from that other truck as well. It was in a front end collision, so that bottom part there was kind of jammed into the radiator. But right now, I don't have anything, and I don't have the time, money, or know-how to switch this to an electrical one at this time. So I just gotta take this fan off, put that into here, and put the fan back on. So get a little bit more cool air going onto the engine. Oh, thanks, buddy. Thank you. I'm gonna screwdriver this right here. Thank you so much. My little helper. I obviously did this one already, painted the headers, installed new gaskets and bolts. Sound deadener, I'm working on some sound deadening in there because after that coolant leak inside of my cab from the heater cord busting, all the carpet, the stock sound deadener and stuff in there is all gone. So I get this from Amazon, Silas, something like that. And I went with the 200 mil 3-in-1. So it comes with the butyl sticky part, and it comes with an acoustic foam and a heat resistant foam. Here you can kind of see how thick this bad boy is, if it'll focus right there. But I just gotta work. I put a couple panels in there already, and just on my driver's side, that way I can get some of that road noise out of the cab, because right now it's kind of loud, especially with that exhaust that I get hooked up. Bolt my center console down. That's another thing I got to do, but I got to wait until I do my sound deadener, because it's going to go right over that area, and then I'm going to bolt that down, because right now it's just sitting in there. Motor mount and transmission mounts, I get those already somewhere in this mess, over there. I like put new ones in just because they're 20 something years older. It is a 95, so I didn't install new ones when I swapped everything over to this new frame, so I want to do that. My AC, my what is it, the outline from the compressor, I think it's a high pressure line, and it ended up catching a leak, so I have no AC in this right now. All I gotta do is get the new lines on there. My buddy has a mechanic shop, so he has that AC machine. He can hook me up. It's always good to have mechanic friends. Let's see. New door pins. That's because this door over here, especially, you can see this top pin over here, and this whole door comes off. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. You can see that pin right there. When I push it, the whole thing moves. So that bushing and all inside is shot. I just figured I might as well do all four and just make that nice. Finish my fenders and install with the fender liners, which I got sitting over here for the four-wheel drive ones. That's just gonna take time. I got two toddlers at home. This one's 2 years old and I got a 3-year-old, and I work a lot of hours at work. Hey buddy, you gonna drive? Very nice. Then I got the catch can for that filter that I got sitting on the valve cover. So I want to get rid of that and just put a catch can over here somewhere, probably, just to make it better, make it nicer. Clean paint and swap the interior from the other vehicle. That's just gonna take a lot of time. Anybody who's taken out the interior in these vehicles knows that it's just a whole bunch of screws. So it's just gonna take some time. And then find and install a new bumper and grill. I live in Hawaii, so these parts, these types of big parts, it costs a lot just to get shipped. Even if I find one through a store or something, if I wanted to go OEM and just get the original style, I would have to pay about $800, something like $500 to $800 for shipping on it, and that's just not practical. Hey, boy, turn on my lights. Good job, buddy. And then that's it for my needs. Then my wants: relocate my battery, which I talked about before. I get everything already set up. I get my little box down here that I was gonna put it in. I get all my cable, all my fittings, everything. My oxygen-free copper 0 gauge. Just picked it up on Amazon. What else? Change my interior lights, because right now I get like this purplish color. I don't really like it. I can't see too good. I'm gonna swap it to a green, because eventually I'm gonna paint this whole vehicle too. It's gonna be a, what was it? It was actually a GM color. It's emerald green metallic. I was gonna paint it, so it'll look kind of real dark and almost black in the night, but when the sun hits it just right, it'll be like this glistening emerald green. I think it'll look sick on this. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm from Pennsylvania. I was raised outside of Philly, so I like represent my Eagles, you know. So have a green truck. It's a one big step. I'm sure you guys saw my Eagle sticker on the back. Oh yeah, this one, short ram intake with the box. Depending on the bumper that I get, I can fabricate this duct. Because like I said, I was gonna take this out, because I ended up getting rid of these blinkers and putting them into, wiring them into these headlights. So take this, put like a funnel right there, and then create a duct going up into the bottom of this battery tray. And then I'm gonna enclose this off, and then put the filter, run this intake with the filter right into there, into a short ram, and then it'll take all that cool air from the front up into that box. And because it's going up, not gonna have to worry about all the water and everything coming through. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I mean, that's just the idea that I had, just to get some extra cool air in there. New steering wheel, NRG question mark. Everybody does that swap. I think it'll look really nice in here. Something for me. New exhaust setup. My buddy does exhausts for a bunch of vehicles. He has his own fabrication business, so I was gonna have him one of these days hook me up. He ended up doing my last one. I can kind of show you what I had working with over here. This was off of my stock exhaust manifold. So had the 2-inch pipe going into this Magnaflow, I think, glass pack, and then we ran he went from the 2-inch pipe to a 2.5, ran this, and then we had 2.5 pipe going to a dump by the rear axle. Was good, but I had a crack in the Y pipe coming down from the headers. So that's why I ended up, instead of just trying to fix that again, let's just go and get a whole new system. That's why I ended up going with the pace setters. Give me something a little bit more flow, more exhaust power. Let's see, paint job, yeah, right there, emerald green metallic. It's all gonna be, pieced together, one piece at a time, I think. I'm gonna just go rattle can it because I don't have access to a paint shop or anything. I know a few people that do, but I think I can get it done myself with the rattle cans. Way at the bottom here, Mega Squirt, P&P and Tune. Obviously, that's a big thing that you want to do, especially if you're going to do some sort of turbo in these things, which is what I wanted to do eventually. But just to get that extra performance out of these vehicles, a little bit better than stock, you know what I mean? And then a rear locker. I've been looking at a few of these that go right. You got to grind down the gearage in the differential, and then they get this one that you just pull the pins out and it expands and then creates a rear locker in there, or a lunchbox. So looking into that. Of course, I'd have to do the work, take the whole differential apart, grind it down to spec, and that's why it's at the bottom of my list. And then stage 2 clutch. The clutch I get in, I mean, it's fine. It's just a regular stock style clutch. Had no wear or anything, so that's why I didn't change that. That's why that's more at the bottom of my wants, because I don't necessarily need the clutch, and it's pretty amazing right now as it is. And the thing picks up, chirps tires and all, so it's strong enough as we have it. And then in my Dreamland category, full K 24E rebuild and turbo. Like I said, that's the dream. Get this whole thing taken out, rebuilt all the way down, pistons, rings, everything, lifters, valves. But yeah, I just wanted to go over that, give you guys an insight about what I'm looking to accomplish with this truck. Oh, another thing that I ended up doing, I had to switch out my, what is that? Yeah, that for my clutch, the master cylinder, because it was shot on me, and I was already pushing the pedal all the way to the floor, and the thing was barely releasing, so I replaced that. I replaced my slave clutch along the transmission too. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything other than that. I just want to give you an update on all those little things. Like I said, the header bolts that I forgot to mention the last time. Oh, here's one too. I ended up switching these cowl covers from my original ones. Those are from the 97 extended cab, and here's the ones that I got that was stock. So as you can see, it's got that kind of mesh type material there in the middle. Yeah, the bars going across versus this one just being open. So it looks better in my opinion. When it comes time, like I said, for the paint job, I'm gonna paint those and everything too. Lots of work, lots of time going into this thing. Lots of heartache from my wife. I just keep telling her, babe, it's almost done. It's almost done. So, and I replace that too. Get a nicer one. Because just like this bumper here is all faded and everything. This is faded. It's 20-something years old. So, 95. What is that? 23 years old? No. Older than that, yeah? I don't know. Dude, math. Another thing I had to do, now that I'm looking at my hood, I replaced those washer fluid squirters because they were clogged. I tried to fix it with a needle, and the needle broke off inside. Couldn't fix it. And I also had to replace the pump on the reservoir itself because it wasn't pumping anymore. The thing was shot. Other than that, oh yeah, that's the brake booster. I didn't replace that. I replaced that, the master cylinder over there. Other than that, clutch dampener I removed as well, and then all my wiring and stuff for my sub and amp and everything. And that's it. Let me know if you guys got any questions about the things that I did already. If you were trying to do something to this and questions about it, maybe I can give you some answers. You know, I took this whole thing apart pretty much except for the engine, so I know a thing or two about a thing or two. I'm by no means a mechanic. I'm just your regular garage mechanic, Joe Schmo. But if you guys get any questions, just hit me up. Hopefully I can help you out. And let me know if there's anything that you want to see me do so I can film it for you or anything like that. All right, guys. Thank you. Peace.